This is Drew, and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. Today, I want to give you some of my secret weapons to make a lot of these fragrances smell and last even longer and better. First one is going to be one that a lot of people don't talk about anymore, but I can't let it slide. Molecule 01 and my favorite, Molecule 01 with Mandarin. We're going to talk about it as soon as we come back. I want to take this time to welcome you back to Fragranamics, the destination where confidence starts with a spray. Here, we want you to smell unforgettable and stand out everywhere you go. Here, smelling good is not just your fragrance, it's your signature. Let's get into it. Okay, first I want to start with Molecule 01. Now, a lot of people was talking about this a couple of years ago. I've seen it pretty much die down, but you know, and I've heard different people have different things to say about it, but for me, it works excellent. But I want to put it on my channel and discuss it. Basically what it is, the regular Molecule 01, which is this right here, let's put him up there. This is its main accord is basically woody, musky, amber, and aromatic. Now, this is what they call an ISOE Super. Let's go ahead and look that up. An ISOE Super is a synthetic fragrance molecule known for its woody, cedar-like scent, often described as smooth, warm, and slightly musky. It is a versatile ingredient used to add depth and complexity to fragrances, particularly in minimalist or modern scents. It can also enhance the projection and longevity of other scents. That's one of the things that I want to focus on. A lot of people try to, you know, crap on this or whatnot, but it does exactly what it says it does if you put it on and layer, different fragrances on top of it. But just like the regular molecule, we're going to talk about the molecule with the Mandarin also. Okay, the Molecule 01 is ISOE Super also, but this particular one is more citrus. Then it has the woody, musky, amber type deal with it. First of all, let me see what these prices are, because I skipped over it on the first one because it done got kind of ridiculous now. Let's see. Joma Shop has the 3.4 ounce bottle, for $135. And then it gets into what's in it. Basically, Molecule 01 plus Mandarin by Eccentric Molecules, a citrus fragrance for women and men. It was launched in 2021. And then it kind of gets into a brief description. It says that Mandarin is all about the instant hit. It's so alive, the way it radiates off the skin with that citrus zestiness. But there's more to Mandarin. It's very fruity and aromatic as well. Basically, it says by adding Mandarin, you're adding a juiciness to the fragrance whatnot. And I can attest to that because I use this particular stuff with just about all my fragrances, especially if I want the fragrance to last, I'm going somewhere special or whatnot, and I want the fragrance to leave a lasting impression I want it to project. Okay, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the scent profile, and then we'll go from there. Now we're gonna start with the regular Molecule 01, which is right here. This is about my third bottle of this, probably in the last 2 years, so I don't play with it. And as you see, I got a backup bottle right here and two back there because the prices tend to fluctuate on this a lot. I usually catch them on sale when they hit about $100, and then I'll just get a couple of them and stack them away. But for me, it's that good. But let's talk about the scent profile real quick. Let me go ahead and get a little bit on the test strip. I already know what it smells like, but I want to try to describe it to you guys the best I can because it's pretty simple. You got that, what they call that ISOE Super, which gives it some depth to kind of help push it out. But to me, it just comes off like a nice, crisp, clean, woody, amber type deal. I don't get a lot of aromatic. I do get the musk, but it's all so super light. It just comes off so smooth. This is another one for me. And a lot of people say they put it on and they can't smell it. Me, that's not the case. When it hit my skin, this thing ain't nothing but cooking. But like I always say, none of these fragrances work unless you're clean. You gotta come off a clean body.
The soap and water take care of all of that, so keep your ass clean.
Goddamn right.
To really get the scent profile that these things are trying to do. Now, like I said, that woody, let me back it, light woody musky type deal comes up, but it's super, super smooth. This particular one, to me, I definitely use it for layering, but I also wear it by itself sometimes. Say if I gotta go to the dentist or whatnot, you know, get my teeth clean or whatever. You know, when you go in somewhere like that, you don't want anything loud on because the air is already sterilized, and anybody coming in with a scent is gonna pretty much, you know, put the scent everywhere, and you don't want to do that in certain conditions. But even when I put some of this on, I'll take it and maybe spritz it on just before I get out of the car. As I'm walking up, I may sweat, may take about 20, 30 steps to get to where I gotta go. By the time I get in, I'm just starting to perspire a little bit out the car air condition, and that's when the smoothness just start coming over. Oh my God, this is a beautiful scent. This is a standalone, and like I said, this is one you can wear with other fragrances. This particular, I can layer this with just about anything, because now don't get me wrong, it's not as fresh as the Mandarin one, which is what we're going to discuss next, but it's so light and smooth, it's just, you can wear it with anything. I usually put these on with a little bit darker fragrances, the regular Molecule 01, you know, the darker citruses or whatnot that I want to have a little bit more depth, one that I know is gonna pretty much get eaten up by my skin when I walk around a little bit. I like to layer this. What I do is after I take my shower, and like I say, clean body. Gotta start with that, so I gotta push that. Clean body, put some lotion on. I like unscented with something like this because I don't want to break the smell up. And on this one, you know, I may go 6 to 10 sprays depending on what it is, because it's so light. When you first spray it, you know, for me, it pretty much projects maybe a foot or so, but that's what I like. Just a nice little clean, just out of the shower with a little bit of aromatic pushing out, because that, like I said, that ISO gives it that lightness or whatnot. And then after I put it on, I usually put, you know, 2 or 3 behind my neck, maybe 2 or 3 down my back. And in all honesty, with something like this, I ain't gonna lie, I put a little bit behind my neck right here, because wherever you tend to sweat, it's gonna make the fragrance just push out. Now, everybody can't wear their fragrance behind their neck or whatnot, behind the ears, because, you know, some people, when they sweat, the alcohol, the fragrance kind of goes into their skin. It might make you, you know, a little dizzy. So I'm not saying everybody got to do that, but anywhere where you sweat, except for, I wouldn't put it under your arms, obviously, but anywhere where you sweat, where your, you know, everything is coming together, like I'll put like 2 or 3 on each side of my arm right here, 4 or 5 down my back, 2 or 3 on my neck, and maybe a couple on my arms and whatnot. That's about anywhere from 8 to 10 spray of this. That's how good it is, but it's super light. You're gonna need a lot of it, and a lot of it's not gonna push very far. Which for this, from what I'm thinking, this is okay, because this I really bought for layering. I didn't know it was gonna smell this good on its own until I got it. Because you listen to different guys, you know, they have different things they gotta say, well,
I can't smell it, it's a waste of money.
No, it's not. This particular, it makes really whatever you have on, it kind of enhances it, helps it push a little bit, you know, a little bit more. Even with the freshies or whatnot, this particular one won't change the scent profile so much like the Mandarin. We'll get to that in a minute. But this particular kind of leaves whatever scent you put on, it's gonna leave it where it is and just help it to stay on your skin and push out much longer. Say if you got a fragrance that don't last no more than an hour or 2, and it's pretty much a skin scent, this will probably give you, I would say, at least another hour, sometimes 2, depending on how much of this Molecule 01 that you put on. Because I don't know what it is, but it's a base, and when you put whatever freshie cologne on it, it kind of amplifies it or whatever to help it push. Because the average freshie is not gonna project no more than maybe 2 foot CR, maybe 3 if you're lucky under most conditions. And then it's gonna start to back down after that first 20, 30 minutes. And I'm giving you my secrets because I honestly think, you know, me wearing stuff like this with my fragrances may give it that extra twist where I probably get, you know, a few more compliments than the average person wearing the same thing. Which brings me to the next one, which is Molecule 01 with Mandarin. Now, the reason this is not open is because this is my third bottle of this. This is my fourth one. This one's empty. I just want you to see, I practice what I preach. I'm giving you the game right now. I'm trying to tell you how you can make these fragrances push, last longer, and up the compliment factor to me by 10, because most of the time, anytime I put something on with this molecule, depending on which one it is, I'm getting a compliment. But this one just comes in a plain box, as you can see. Let's go ahead and take him out. It's sitting right up in there. This is the Mandarin version. Let me make sure you can see it. Molecule 01 with Mandarin. Trying to get the angle just so. Hard for it to focus. But this particular one, this one, the original molecule, I wear a lot. Most time when I'm dressing up or something, you know, any type of fragrance, because this can take a dark scent, light scent, and the beautiful thing about it doesn't change the scent profile. This one, oh my God, this one makes anything that's fresh and citrusy, it kind of gives it that top layer. It's gonna make it even more citrus, because this particular one adds Mandarin to whatever you put it on. But it's not, let me go ahead and spray it. This is what this container looks like. Oh my God, this is, this one's, both of them to me, pretty much 10 out of 10, how they react on my skin. But this is a different kind of Mandarin. This is like a super light, crispy type of deal, that the way it comes off. And it is wonderful. It smells expensive, and it's not cheap, don't get me wrong. Now, I wouldn't suggest going and buy the $150 a bottle, because I'm gonna tell you, every year, around about Christmas, you know, or around the first of the year or whatnot, they drop down to like $89, $99 max. That's what I pay for them. I don't pay $150. I just go ahead on and load up. Now, do I wear, you know, this particular, these molecules every day? No, no, I don't. I do wear scent every day, but I don't wear the molecules every day, because sometimes I just want to smell it for myself, you know. These particular ones, they are to enhance whatever you got going on. Something like this, I want it with specific chill, with afternoon swim. Oh my God. With any of those super high freshes, and just about anything from Louis Vuitton, if you add this orange to the back of it, it's gonna make it smell that much better. Now, the good thing about this one also is, if you want to take a scent, say you want something like a Parfums de Marly's Sedley, or, you know, Carlisle, you know, you're into those fragrances. To me, they're a little darker, but you want to lighten them up a little bit. Something like this, to add like little fruity citrus touch, we'll take it right over the top. You want compliment factors, you gotta kind of go that little extra mile. It's not as simple as just buy a bottle, spritz it on, and say, hey, you know, I'm hitting the door, I'm good. Sometimes that works, but sometimes you gotta go a little bit extra. Now, like I always say, I'm not saying to go out and buy these, because these are expensive. And like I've been saying, I'm getting ready to set up a website. I'm in the process of setting it up now, so that the guys that want to check this kind of stuff out and want to, you know, buy a whole bottle of it, I'm going to start selling it on my site, because I want you all to be able to sample. I preach sample, sample, sample. These particular ones, they were blind buys, you know, years ago, and be honest, I'm very happy with them. But when I'm trying to make a lasting impression, when I want to smell special, something different, something that, you know, just not quite what someone would expect or whatnot, that's when I break out these particular, and both of them work just as good. If you want the scent to stay the same, but you want it to last long and you want it to push further, I don't think you can beat Molecule on one. I don't care what nobody say. And like I told you, I buy this stuff. Nobody gives it to me. But when I want to smell special and I want it to last, maybe I'm not in a situation, I may be at a meeting or whatnot where I can't decant, you know, right then and there, you know, I'll go ahead on and put my Molecule 01 on. And I'm talking about the regular one now. I might go with, like I said, anywhere from 6 to 10 spray, depending on the application, what I got going on, and then whatever scent I got after my body kind of dries down, I'll go ahead and put that on. And as we know with the freshes, you're gonna have to load up. But the great thing about these Molecule and the Molecule 01 with the Mandarin and whatnot, you can take a cheapy fragrance, put this on first, put a cheaper fragrance on, even if, you know, it's gotta smell good, obviously, and make sure it smells good to you Don't worry about other people first. Get something that you like first, and then after you like it, then you put it on and just, see what's what. But I'm gonna tell you, anything that you put on, this is gonna make it smell even better if you like mandarin orange. Because this is one of my secret weapons. I got a couple others we're gonna go over in later episodes or whatnot. But right now, I'm giving y'all the game. Now, whether you take it or not, that's on you. Now, like I said, if you're into compliments and you like feeling good when you go out, these are the ones to have. This thing done got long. Let me get it wrapped up. But I wanted to get on my channel. Nobody's talking about it. But I'm telling you, a lot of these guys, they wearing it, but they just not telling y'all. I'm giving y'all the game. That's all I can do. And with that, I'll see you guys at the next one.